In the amazing world of Gumball, there are certain characters who showed up only a handful of times, stole our hearts, and then just vanished. Like, they completely disappeared off the face of Elmore. Today, we're diving deep into the most forgotten Gumball characters, starting with a dinosaur who deserved so much more love, Mr. Rex. Mr. Rex is, just like his daughter, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. However, while Tina towers over almost every student at Elmore Junior High, her dad is even taller than most adults in the entire city. His first and only major appearance happens in the episode The Quest. We first meet him when Gumball needs to get Aeneas's beloved Daisy toy back, which Tina had stolen. To do that, he has to face Mr. Rex himself. The guy is so enormous that he needs an industrial-sized desk during parent-teacher night. In the episode The Routine, it's revealed that he has a scar over his right eye, which makes fans think he might have gone blind fighting Nicole. But after his brief appearance in The Fury, where he only had a minor role, Mr. Rex completely vanishes from the series. Buckle up, because now we get to one of the saddest disappearances in Gumball history. Molly Collins. Oh, Molly. The thing about her is that she spent most of her character life trapped in a void. Literally. In the episode The Void, Gumball and Darwin discover a dimension where all of Elmore's mistakes, inconsistencies, and retcons get thrown away. And who do they find there? Molly, who was erased from existence because the writers thought she was too boring. Brutal, right? Molly does manage to escape at the end of the episode, but she never really gets a major role again. I guess old habits die hard. Speaking of habits, let's move on to a character that should have been locked up from the start. Evil Turtle. She first appears in The Puppy, when Richard accidentally buys her thinking she's a dog. Seriously? At first, everyone thinks they've adopted an adorable pet, but it turns out she's a mutant evil turtle determined to destroy everything and everyone. She almost bit Darwin's head off, wrecked Gumball's bed, and turned the house into a full-blown war zone. The ending? They tossed her outside like trash, but somehow she survives. After that, there's a running gag where Evil Turtle appears in the background of future episodes, lurking and plotting her revenge. Next up is Rachel Wilson, Tobias's big sister and Darwin's second love interest. Rachel was the classic, cool, older girl trope. Pink fur, sunglasses, the whole deal. In the episode The Party, she's hosting a party at her house, and Gumball and Darwin are desperate to get invited. When they finally do, everything feels awkward. They don't fit in. Rachel barely wants them there, and after that episode, she practically ceases to exist. Why? The creators didn't like her character, so she was soft retired and left in the void of forgotten characters. Such a waste. Rachel could have been Gumball's fake cool mentor, which would have been hilarious. Let's talk about Gargaroth, Lord of Evil, a nightmare-inducing monster who appears in The Scam. In that episode, Gumball and Darwin decide that on Halloween, they're going to get rich in candy. But instead of trick-or-treating like normal kids, they scam the entire school. Gargaroth is the demon that shows up when their prank goes way too far. He's a massive, shadowy creature with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp teeth. Basically a mix between a Halloween nightmare and a sugar craving. At one point, Carrie even offers to marry him to save everyone. But Gumball and Darwin stop the wedding by throwing him a final hidden candy, causing Gargaroth to explode in a massive candy inferno. We can't talk about forgotten characters without mentioning a true legend. Juke, the walking beatbox. He's a boombox come to life, and he communicates entirely through beatboxing. In The Party, we see him chilling with everyone, dropping beats while the others speak English. His vibe was iconic, but because he didn't speak, the writers struggled to give him major roles. You can totally imagine him hosting underground rap battles somewhere in Elmore, destroying challengers one beat at a time. Juke deserved his own full musical episode. Now, let's move to Chris Morris, the old scruffy school hamster, said with love. In The Burden, Gumball and Darwin are assigned to take care of him. At first, they're grossed out, but by the end, they grow attached. He's tough, wise, and a little survivor. Then comes the twist. The Chris they bonded with wasn't the real one. It was just a clump of Principal Brown's discarded hair. The real Chris escapes and basically goes full Rambo in the wild, surviving like a king. Among the weirder, underappreciated characters, we also have Peter Pepperoni, literally a talking slice of pepperoni. His first major role is in The Understanding, which starts like a normal school day. Gumball and Darwin meet him and can't understand a word he says because he was homeschooled and has an absurd, thick accent. In the second half of the episode, things get crazy. Peter's entire family turns out to be hardcore criminals. Together, they break into Elmore City Hall, destroy government documents, and cause absolute chaos. Another nightmare fuel character is Kenneth, who appears in The Microwave. He's a grotesque mashup of random disgusting stuff fused into a living being, malicious and dangerous, and only enjoys eating people. Every time he eats someone, he grows a little bigger. Though he doesn't appear in the last seasons, he's probably still out there, causing trouble. Then we have Claire Cooper, the queen of eternal sadness. She's a ghostly-looking, perpetually depressed girl, first seen in The Others. Everything she says is pure doom and gloom, mostly because her family is struggling financially. She refuses Gumball and Darwin's help, convinced that her life will never have a happy ending. She's the type of character who would accidentally win a poetry contest and call it a pointless victory in a meaningless void. We definitely needed more Claire content. Finally, there's Jody Mallard, a quiet, antisocial duck girl who debuts in The Parasite. At first, she seems harmless, but things escalate fast. She's not just trying to be Anais' friend. She starts absorbing her personality. Jody is the embodiment of loneliness and toxic clinginess. She doesn't know how to form healthy friendships, so she parasitically invades Anais, Gumball, and Darwin's lives, trying to force her way in. Thanks for sticking around until the end. If you made it through this entire journey through Gumball's forgotten characters, it's clear you love Elmore as much as I do. So hit that like button and subscribe for more epic Gumball content.